Peace, everyone. Jazz the Medium, and this is my journal. I hope everything is well with everyone. Now, look, these are two back-to-back episodes, but I'm going to space out how because I'm gonna be like, she on the same shirt she had in the last one because it's just I just did one 5 minutes ago, but I got something else I want to talk about. So, a friend of mine posted on Facebook, and she was like, just asking, has anyone considered like being abstinent or celibate, which they are kind of two different things. I think celibate is just like no sex or abstaining from sex specifically, but abstinence can mean abstaining from anything, fast food, juices, pop, men, whatever you want to abstain from, it's just abstaining from something. So I realized that what has become very healthy for me is practicing intermittent abstinence. Look, I know, right? Let me explain what that means. So, when I say intermittent abstinence, blah, 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 what I mean is I take breaks from sexual energy, especially energy with males, and they be months. Um, so, and the crazy thing is, it may be further and fewer in between. Prime example, like I might be active and then I might take a break for 4 or 5 months, sometimes 6 months, hell, sometimes two, whatever I feel like taking. If I feel like I need to abstain from it, I do. And then if I feel like I want to, I do too. And when I do abstain, I take that time to kind of chill my energy out or, love on myself a little bit because I do feel like even though having sex is great, having sex is powerful, I feel like you kind of give like too much of yourself away if you're doing it all the time, especially if your energy ain't right when you're doing it. So right now I'm kind of in a period of intermittent abstinence. Now I don't have to be. It's not like it's forced. Like, okay, I don't have any options. I don't have anybody I could talk to or sleep with. I just choose not to because I'm choosing to take this moment to kind of focus on my mental health and my physical health. Like I've been going to the gym hard body, eating salads and working out and eating healthier and more leaner meats and shakes and stuff like that and drinking more water. So right now my focus is kind of on it's more wholesome and on working on my mind versus pouring into per se a male. For some of you out there that like females or a female, whatever your thing is, I don't care. It's on you. I like penis, but at the end of the day, the reasons why I abstain here and there from sex. Number one, I feel like as women, because we're portals, when we give too much of ourselves away, we kind of get caught up in the energy of that male. And the crazy thing is, a lot of my friends be like, "Well, um, if you pull away and abstain from sex for a little bit, aren't you worried about your partner cheating on you or finding someone else?" Um, I just believe that at one point in my life, I would say I would have been worried. I was with a person for 14 years and I never told him no for sex. I don't care if I was mad at him. I don't care if I just caught him cheating. If he rolled over and he was ready, I was ready, even when I didn't want to, or even when I never told him no. And I'm realizing that I wasn't really honoring myself because I never told him no. So to me, I just feel like if someone really honors and respects you and y'all have an agreement, because some people have open relationships, if y'all have an agreement not to be with other people, then that person will honor your agreement if you choose to abstain for a month or 2 or 3 or 6 or whatever. If there was an illness where a person couldn't perform, you'll be abstaining anyway, and that person will expect you to honor them, whatever your agreement is. When it comes to sexual energy, now that I'm a little bit older, how can I word this without sounding like I'm not checking your phone. I'm not checking your phone. I'm not going through your stuff. I'm not following you. I'm not worried about what you're doing. If I feel like you're putting me in a position where I'm not safe, I'll make you put a condom on in a minute. I don't care if I've been with you 20 years, you don't put a condom on. Um, that's just how I am. I just I don't have it in me no more. When I was 20, I was probably going through your phone, getting phone numbers, calling you, fighting you in that girl. It's not in here no more. I just can't. Do you, boo boo? I feel like I'm not gonna tell you how to love me and take care of me. But like E. Young Levin then said, I'm damn sure gonna choose how I participate. So either I'm gonna be there and deal with it or I'm not. It's no judgment towards myself, you know. If I feel like I'm all right with you going out to do you, then I'm all right for that moment. But when the time comes when I'm not all right with it, I'm not all right. You know. I think just to go off key a little bit, and I could change my mind later. But some women they judge other women like, look at her, oh, she's stupid, she's dishonoring him, she's dishonoring herself because she's letting him disrespect her. She knows he's doing this and doing that with other women, but there are actually some women out there, not me, that's completely comfortable with their partners being free to love who they want to love. And they're okay with that. And when you're okay with it, are you dishonoring yourself? Or are you dishonoring yourself when you're upset about it and you promise yourself over and over and over again, if he does it again, you're going to leave, but you stay. And then you start to become depressed, but you stay because you're too afraid to leave and he's disrespecting you and you're crying all the time and you're breaking shit and you're beating yourself up, looking at yourself, trying to figure out what's wrong with you because he doing what he want to do. Then are you dishonoring yourself? I know a lot of women out there who are completely confident with themselves and they're okay with their partners doing what they want to do. Shit, hell, some of them do what they want to do, and their partners be okay with it. So there's dynamics to that, but we'll say that conversation for another day. Anyhow, I choose to be, I choose abstinence intermittently just to get back to myself too. Um, I have a history of giving too much of myself away. And I feel like taking that time to myself, I needed to regroup. Like I love sexual energy. I love sharing energy with people. I love being, intimate with the person that I care deeply about. But I also love kind of having my own thing or my solitude when it comes to my own personal things, like my body. It's mine. Shit, So it's not chores. When y'all be having sex, you be like, "Whose pussy is this?" It's not his. It's yours. But you can play along if it helps his ego. And I'll tell you, "Yeah, oh yeah, baby, it's yours." In my mind, I'm like, "Nah, bitch, it's mine. I could take it back, but I want." But it is. However, whatever. So also, I don't know. I just feel like when as females, when we're too over giving, our identity kind of gets caught up in that stuff. Like I never told my ex no. I never told him no. And after I just didn't even know myself. Like I had to after we broke up, I had to rediscover what I truly enjoyed about sex, which was not what he enjoyed. Yeah, I enjoyed sex totally different than he did. And I had to rediscover myself. So I feel like these periods, how you gotta take time to kind of recenter. I practice intermittent abstinence to recenter. So I do not have sex often. Like last year, I was not sexually active often. I think I had somebody for the beginning of the year regularly for a little bit, then that stopped and I stopped. And then, I had someone very intermittently, maybe a few times at the end of the year, and then I stopped. And it wasn't even the end of the year, it's like close to the end of the year. Then I stopped. and that person was just a few times, but mm-mm. I do think it's like, not gonna go a little longer. My sex drive is high right now, but I'm trying something. I realized something, that my sex drive is linked to my creativity. So I peeped something. Whenever I go, and this is just me, whenever I go periods without sex, right, y'all? I go periods without sex. My sex drive builds up. Like right now, I'm like a horny dog right now, and I haven't done it yet. But whenever I have periods of abstinence, my sex drive, it builds up. And then when it builds up, my creativity is the highest. I don't know why, but when I'm the horniest, I am creative as hell. I do know like creativity and sex and stuff like that, it's all housed in the same chakra. But that little sacral chakra be jumping. So like when I hold out for a minute, especially when I feel like I'm hitting the brick wall creativity with my creativity, and I take a break, it be building up like ooh, ooh, woo, and then I just bust out. And start making all types of shit. Stories, card videos, classes, podcast episodes. It just all comes out. It comes. Flows like the river. It flows. Um Also, I don't all the way abstain from sexual energy. A lot of people don't, a lot of females, well, I got one female friend, she don't like masturbation. She thinks it's disgusting. I'll masturbate. So like if I get too overwhelmed, I'll masturbate before I connect with somebody. And this just comes because, when I was younger, I was I was pretty promiscuous. So um, when you learn to value yourself and you start valuing yourself more, you're very specific about who you connect with. So I just can't call Tom, Dick, and Harry, but like, come over real quick. It just, I'm just, no. And also, I just be listening to my gut, and my gut just be kind of telling me like, I have a history of not listening to my gut. And when I don't listen to my gut, I'm always in some shit. But when I listen to my gut, that bitch be on point. She just be like, nah, nah, ah. And lately, sex for me she just been like, sit down, nah, no, no. So I haven't, cause she just been like, no, I ain't ran across nobody where my gut or my intuition or my coochie was like, yeah, yeah, go ahead, do it, yeah. It's just like I'm in no stage, but I'm super creative right now because my sex drive is high. So I think that if you're someone who is sexually active a lot, or you carry a great deal of sexual energy, I think being abstinent for intimate like for like times, short periods of time is fine. You don't have to be like everybody else, but oh, I haven't had sex in 5 years, or I haven't had sex in 2 years, or I haven't had sex in 20 years. Go a month or two without it. Sit down. Go 6 months. The longest period I went a year or so before, but I've always been in relationships. So like I would go without it for long periods of time in between relationships. Whenever I didn't feel like being, having my ass thrown in a circle. But the longest period I went through recently was back in 2019. I think I went almost a year. And that's because I was bugging. I was dreaming about, I think my subconscious did that shit on purpose. They send you people that you dream about, and then you start becoming really attractive to somebody you really usually wouldn't be attracted to, and then you just don't sleep around because you be thinking about that person all the time. But it kind of helped too, because I probably would have been. I used to get flued out and shit. I was just throwing this thing, going out of town, going to beaches and shit, taking shopping and shit, getting all types of gifts and flowers sent to my house, and I was just throwing that thing. But Maybe it's age. I'm just not. No, thank you. I'll pass. So I don't know when I'll have sex again. I'm just real finicky with my shit, but it's my shit. So when I feel like it, and whoever I feel like it with. And the good thing about being single is that I'm not obligated to do anything. Even if you in a relationship, goddamn it, you ain't obligated, but I'm not obligated to do anything. Of course, you know, if you're in a relationship, you would like to please your partner. But if you're in a habit of pleasing your partner all the time and you want to take a break, your partner should understand. So the reason why I do it is for my mental health, it's for my spiritual health, it's for my overall health. I don't want everybody all up in my energy. So sometimes I will break away. Like, and shit, within the past 4 or 5, I haven't had that many I haven't had many partners, honestly. So I've slowed down a great bit. And age has something to do with it. And also I think spirituality has something to do with it because the more in tune you are, the more you see. You know, you still make bad choices. So I don't make hella bad choices, but we can talk about that, spiritual or not. But you know, everybody's got something here they gotta learn. But I practice intermittent abstinence because I feel like it. And also because it helps me mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It does. And financially. Because if you think about it, if you're not mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, you make bad choices all the way around, even with money. So it helps me harness all that energy and use that energy into other areas like making money or manifesting. Sexual energy is powerful. And when you utilize it right, you can manifest a lot of things. Hell, I think I manifested. I just got a big ass raise at work. Probably one of the biggest raises I ever got. Ever. I manifested that. I sex magic with myself, not sleeping around, putting that energy into because I've always had a ton of sexual and I can go all day. I can go all day, all night, anywhere for my future husband, whoever out there, baby, you can get it anywhere. Get in the car, outside, wherever you want to go, we can go. Cause I can go. But I've been putting all my energy into my magic. And I've been manifesting quite a bit. So another reason why I abstain intermittently. When I really want to manifest something, sex magic. Anyhow, I didn't plan to be on here long. I just wanted to record 2 episodes because I feel like it. Love on yourself. I love you 11 times in the morning. I love you 11 times at night. Hug on yourself. If you're feeling depressed, me too, baby. It's out here right now. I'm sending y'all so many hugs. There's a lot of people that's depressed right now. I am sending you hugs, hugs, hugs. I got double D's. They like pillows. They soft too. Without the brown, they soft too and they sit up. Right about the only thing because I ain't getting no booty. But you come lay your head right here on my pillows. Right here. Just lay your head right here on my bosom. Because I'm very motherly. I will hold you like a baby. If you need a hug, anything, I'm here. Because I know how it feels and I need have anybody to hug. And I got plenty of people to hug. My best friend Tish will hug me all day because she's real touchy. I'm not, but I got people I can hug. So you need a hug. I'll hug you if I'm nearby. And now go hug one of your kids. If you got kids, cuddle up. Kids are the best cuddlers. If you got a little kid, go cuddle with your baby. I'm telling you, it's like magic. I get my 7-year-old because my 13-year-old, she's too high up to hug cuddle with me now because she's a teenager. But that 7-year-old and my grandson, he's a Scorpio. Them Scorpio, get you a Scorpio. Get you a Scorpio and just cuddle up with that Scorpio because my daughter is a Scorpio and my grandson's a Scorpio and they be loyal to their cuddling. And they'll look you in the face and be like, my daughter be like, Mommy, I love you. And then my grandson be like, Grandma boy, me and the dinosaurs, we love you. And I'm like, come here. And then my grandson be like, Grandma boy, don't cry. I'm like, okay. Cuddle with your kids. cuddle with your kids. If you need something to hug, stuffed animals, pets. Now I have cats, they finicky. But cuddle with your pets if your pets like to cuddle. Just cuddle with something. If you feel like you want to harm yourself or harm others, please get help. Get help as fast as you can. Because I'm telling you, what stops me from harming myself is realizing that I have so much to live for. And sometimes that thought, it creeps up in the back of my mind. But I'm telling you, when I think about it, I have so much to be happy about. It's just this rough period. It's just a period and it's going to pass. They always do. Springtime will be here and I'm going to be back traveling. I'm going to be back having fun. I may even find a boyfriend then if it's meant. I don't know, but I'm going to be enjoying my best life. Springtime is going to be here. Hanging out with my girlfriends, going to lunch, going outside, going to beaches and shit. That time is coming. This is only temporary and it's going to pass, right? It's going to pass. Just let it pass. Don't stew in it. Don't stew in it. Let it pass. But I love you all. Now I'm going to bed. Peace.